Please sit down. Headmaster, members of staff, boys, together with parents and fellow governors who are joining us online, I'd like to welcome all of you to this rather unique speech day. It's a great privilege for me to be able to participate in person. Those of you who are unlucky enough to recall my previous speeches as Chair of Governors, firstly will be relieved at having had a year off in 2020, and secondly will recall my family's advice based on their long-standing links to the school that I should keep my words very short indeed. Say thank you and sit down is their ongoing annual advice. That remains my intention, but before doing so, I do need to say a few words about the unprecedented challenges of the last 16 months. When I spoke 2 years ago, we marked the retirement of Mr. Tidmarsh and looked forward to the new era beginning with Mr. Dunn's appointment. I promised at that time that our Board of Governors would work closely with the new head to refine our strategy and planning to ensure that the high standards and exemplary care and nurturing of the boys for which St. Martin's is renowned were maintained as the school entered a new stage. That promise and that ethos have remained unchanged, but have inevitably been reshaped by the enormous and continuing effect of the pandemic. As we've moved between different stages of lockdown, the school staff, the boys, and their parents have shown extraordinary resilience and adaptability in engaging with new methods of teaching and maintaining the physical restrictions on the day-to-day operations of the school, which are required to keep our boys and our staff safe. That has undoubtedly increased pressure on physical, mental, and emotional well-being across the whole of our school community. Consequently, the provision of pastoral support for both our pupils and our staff has never been more important and remains a key area of focus for the leadership team and for the governors. Whilst remaining focused on our community's well-being, the task faced by the headmaster and the staff to ensure that all of our boys get to the senior school that suits them best remains a key priority. At a time when a number of those schools' new entrance processes continue to bed down, it is one that they remain particularly successful in achieving. This year's results are yet again testament to that, encompassing numerous academic scholarships together with awards across the broad curriculum that the school offers. I'd like to congratulate the boys who are moving on to senior school for their hard work and excellent results, and I wish them well in future. Such success is testament to the application of the boys, the support of their parents, and the commitment and dedication of our staff. We're very lucky to have such a skilled and dedicated cohort of teachers. They put in long hours, providing the wide range of academic and other activities, and the pastoral care offered by the school. We're also grateful to the bursar and all of our operational and support staff involved in maintaining a safe environment, securing the school's financial position, and planning and delivering the ongoing enhancement of the fabric of the school. On behalf of the governors, the boys and their parents, we thank you and wish you a very good summer break when it arrives. Before closing, I would also like to pay tribute to my fellow governors who provide me and the school with invaluable support. The board was strengthened this year by the appointment of Dr. Banu Williams. Banu has taken responsibility on the board for safeguarding, a critical role within our governance. She has already made a significant contribution in that role. We also saw 3 long-standing governors step down: Mark Jordan, Chris Scott, and Dr. Rabia Yaqub. All 3 have made extremely valuable contributions to the development of the school. We're conscious that the school's board should reflect a range and depth of skills and experience. Therefore, we're continuing to look to strengthen its makeup with new members. All of my fellow governors give up their time voluntarily, and I would like to thank each of them for their guidance and support. Finally, always a word that gets everybody's attention, I'd like to close on a note of optimism. Whilst the pandemic has taught us that predictions are inherently uncertain, we head towards school's centenary next year with the school resilient and in good health. There will be much to celebrate, and I very much hope we will be able to do so with all of the school community reunited here on site. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, I wish you a very happy summer. Thank you. I'd now like to hand over to the senior chamber group.
Good morning, boys. Oh, come on. We're so out of practice. Let's try that again. That wasn't the best we've ever done it. Good morning, boys. Good morning, Mr. I can't tell you how good it is to see the Woodruff Hall full and for us to share in these moments together. A welcome from me to all of you, to all the staff, to Mr. Harris, and of course all the boys in year 5 to 8 in here, and year 3 and 4 who are in the foyer joining us via a live link. Also to say welcome to all those parents, grandparents, supporters, governors who are watching us online from all over the place. It's really, really special to be here. I'm going to hand over at this point to two very important people, to our head boy and his deputy, Jay and Zachary, who are going to deliver their report. Jay and Zachary, it's your moment. Up you come, please.
9 years ago, on a day very much like this, we both walked out to collect our prizes. I still remember all the thoughts going through my head, making sure to shake hands, collect my book and the trophy, and bow and walk off the stage, not too slowly or too quickly. When I walked up, I saw all the people watching me. It was a terrifying experience, but I still remember every moment. I would never thought 9 years later I would stand up in front of everyone from our school to give a speech. I'm still slightly terrified.
I still remember that day too. It was extremely exciting when I got my award as the whole school clapped for me. This year has been hugely different in many ways. Everyone has had to adapt and change their ways, preparing for COVID and the things it would bring.
Who would have thought at the beginning of 2020 what the year would turn into? We had to stay at home every day and go to school online, do our computers and have lessons on Zoom. Oh, hang on, Zachary, I think you're on mute.
Oh, thanks, Jay. Though this year has been tough, we have all still enjoyed some things. When we got back to school, it was very nice to see all our friends again and do all the things that we had missed. And now, as we are starting to ease restrictions, we can play games and participate in fun activities that the teachers have kindly organised for us.
We would also like to take this opportunity to thank the other strike ties for all the hard work they've done this year. Whether it's helping the Year 3 boys get to the right event on Sports Day, or presenting the Harvest Festival and an assembly to the juniors and middles, or fighting over the last piece of toast on Tuesday morning at our meetings with Mr. Dan and Mr. Bell.
Even though we have missed out on some of the opportunities that St Martin's offered, we have had some amazing times throughout our time here. I remember, on my very first day, when my teacher announced playtime and we all began to file out of the classroom, I began walking over to people and asking whether they wanted to go on the seesaw with me, or play on the slide together, or play a variety of other games. In return, I was faced with many strange looks. Confused, I walked onto the playground and was faced with a large blue square. No wonder I was faced with strange looks when I asked if they wanted to play on a seesaw.
The one moment I enjoyed most was going to PGL in Year 3. It was my first time away from home. When I would first look at the activities we were going to do, I instantly decided, no, I'm not doing that, either because it involved being up high in the air or being attached to a rope. But slowly, over the few days we were there, I became more willing to try something new. Even to me, if it looked frightening, I would still have a go. It was an experience I will always remember, and it taught me that taking risks in life can be a good thing.
My most memorable moment was when we went to Normandy, as by then I knew everyone in my year and I was able to enjoy a weekend with all my friends, doing many fun activities. My favourite activity was when we went to the quicksand beaches, as I had to learn the hard way how to get out of the sand after I slowly fell in. When I got out, I was covered in sand. My mum was not so happy when she found my clothes covered in sand.
As our time here at St Martin's comes to an end, we were wondering what we'd miss most when we moved to our next course. For me, that would definitely be the crispy chicken apple crumble we have at lunch. But it would also be the teachers we have here at St Martin's. Every single teacher makes their lessons enjoyable, and not every teacher can make algebra fun. But instead of doing an exercise from the textbook in silence, our class played a competitive game of trash gibble, which consisted of whoever got the right answers scrunching up a piece of paper and throwing it into the bin like a basketball into a hoop. It'd be hard to choose a favourite teacher, but if anyone's looking for that position, having a kettle and biscuits in your room definitely puts you higher on that list.
The thing I will miss most is the excellent atmosphere that the school has. Here at St Martin's, we have very approachable staff who are more than willing to help us. We are incredibly lucky to go to a small school, which is not so overwhelming. Over my time here, I got to know everyone, not just people in my year. Because of that, the teachers know you as an individual, not just a number on their register. Though we will be leaving, we will take many happy memories with us. In reception, people always used to fall asleep, as they had not got used to the habit of having naps during the day. As you may have guessed, the teachers might get very frustrated to find people curled up in a corner, sleeping in the middle of lessons. Therefore, those boys used to lose their golden time. But to the teachers' dismay, they would find boys sleeping while sitting out, missing their golden time. Then, they would be woken up to see a rather cross teacher staring down at them.
Although Zachary and I are leaving, our teacher Miss Finn is leaving as well. She's been our form tutor for the past 2 years, and this doesn't mean she just does the register in the morning, but cares about each and every boy in our form and wants to help them do well. Whether that's helping them prepare for their senior school interview, helping with their head boy application letter, or even the speech. We would like to thank her for all the hard work that she's done, that we both see and that we don't, over her 17 years here at St Martin's.
When I first walked into school, when I was 5, I could not imagine going to what I thought was big school. I'd never seen anything like it. I was so scared to let go of my mum's hand at the gate, and walk into the building. I had no idea how I'd be able to walk in on my own each day in the years to come. Now, 9 years later, I can't imagine doing anything different. And it will be with great sadness that we'll walk out through those gates for the last time. Thank you.
Jay, Zachary, that was an inspirational and wonderful speech, and thank you so much. We're going to carry on now, and the next item on our agenda is the senior chamber group again, playing Pirates of the Caribbean. In that the players are now going to move off and we are going to remove all the stands, and during that time, while the boys arrive back in precisely 3 minutes 25 seconds, please, we're going to watch a compilation of the Sports Day videos. Off you go, boys.
Welcome to the Sports Day highlights. I'm really sorry that you haven't been able to come and watch as you would normally have done, not just for Sports Day, but for the whole school year. Thankfully the boys are now taking part in lots of the sports that we do here, and actually even getting some fixtures played, which is fantastic for them. The videos you're about to watch are a highlight package, condensed version of Sports Day, and showcase the enjoyment that the boys have had at the events. They've shown a competitive edge, but haven't actually lost that sportsmanship between the patrols either, so it's a credit to them. So I hope you enjoy them. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, heads of school, ladies and gentlemen, and boys, it is my pleasure to reflect on the work of St. Martin's over the last year and a bit more. I've waited a long time to say those words, as we were deprived of any sort of occasion last year. And it's fair to say that my first 2 years at St. Martin's have been far from typical ones. For all of us, the challenges of a pandemic have meant a radical reshape of our school experience. The restrictions we've been working under result in ways of working that have stripped away many of the supposedly non-essential aspects, and we've had to ensure that our energies are spent in providing a quality of teaching and learning so that we don't fall behind in what is often portrayed as a simple race. Teaching and learning is our core activity, and it is right that we continue to work hard, learn what we need to learn, and therefore achieve positive outcomes. Our results throughout the school demonstrate that that has indeed been the case, and there is much to be proud of in terms of what all our boys have achieved. However, there is more to school than just lessons, and there is more to life than simply passing examinations. Schools such as ours have a mission to develop rounded and good people, to provide experiences and activities that enrich, to value individuals, to nurture them, and along the way, to have fun. School really does matter. And the experience of this year, time spent in lockdown away from school and away from friends, provides more than ample evidence of this. We are a living and breathing community. Our family life and shared experiences matter and have been so severely curtailed in recent times. As we return to some sort of normality, the looks on the boys' faces during the first cricket fixture, for example, remind us of what we have been missing. Even the simple acts of bringing out the seats on which you are currently sitting, which have been hidden for 16 months, assumes a strange significance. It's safe to say that on the whole, our boys have coped with this last 18 months incredibly well. They are impressive in their achievements and their progress through the curriculum. But it is also that we have to recognise that this time has had a negative effect on well-being and good mental health that's perhaps harder to quantify. For our boys, school is their lifeblood. However much they like being at home, you can have too much of a good thing for boys as well as their parents. And their return to school on March the 8th gave them a joyful way of reconnecting with their friends and resuming a form of being normal. So schools matter to your sons and to us all. Successive politicians have tried to capture this, and way back in 2003, the government came up with the Every Child Matters agenda, which is supposed to be an all-encompassing approach to the way that we view children. And the 5 main principles were that children should be healthy, stay safe, enjoy and achieve, make a positive contribution, and achieve economic well-being. That means make some money. These 5 goals are what schools like ours have been doing for years. Attention to the individual child, knowing them well and their needs, and directing what we do in order to meet those needs is what our school is all about. However, I would want to go further and simplify this to state that, in my view, childhood matters. It's undoubtedly true that much of childhood is spent wanting to be older and more grown up, and that much of our later years is spent looking back and marvelling how great it was to be a child. I think it's safe also to say that our nation's children are encouraged to simply grow up too quickly. Combined with this is our need as parents to protect our children from harm, against all the risks and horrors that the media constantly make us all aware of, leading to the freedom of childhood being eroded by a relentless organised programme of activities which seem to occupy every waking hour, and measures that protect and maybe cocoon children that actually, in the long run, work against their ability to manage risk and make sensible decisions of their own. Good schools such as Martin's should offer a real alternative in celebrating childhood as something that should be treasured. The relentless tide of growing up too fast can at least be slowed, and children allowed the time, space, and love to simply enjoy being a child. To do this, we as adults need to listen to children, to take on their view of what is around them, and start what we are trying to teach them from where they actually are. As a child said to me once in a maths lesson, and we were learning on adding and subtracting 10, and he said, "Mr. Dan, it's a really good thing that we've got 10 fingers." So this strange existence over the last year, what do we have to celebrate? Well, the answer to this is a lot. The boys of St. Martin's have continued to achieve, to develop as individuals, and to succeed in so many different ways. With every challenge comes opportunity, and whilst no one can put a positive spin on COVID-19, there will be some long-term benefits to the way we teach and the way that children learn. Being resourceful, independent, and organised was essential during remote learning, and our boys rose to that challenge. The creative and efficient use of technology has out-accelerated all that we expected, and our boys and the staff have massively upskilled during this time. And we are able to plan with confidence the use of technology as central to our learning in school. This doesn't mean abandoning more traditional methods and real books and real conversations, but ensuring that the educational experience is preparing for life in the modern world and not just for senior school examinations. Speaking of exams, it's the time to recognise the achievement of our Year 8 boys and Year 6 ones. This was a bumper year in terms of us running dual processes at both 11 plus and 13 plus. And I'm not going to reflect any more at the moment on the changes that have meant such pressure on our Year 6 boys. It has been the last year that we will have this dual approach. In incredibly difficult circumstances, our boys at 13 plus and at 11 plus have achieved so much. Shining the spotlight now on our Year 8s, who are sitting in the back of the room, who will be our last traditional cohort that have headed single-mindedly towards 13 plus. All achieved excellent passes that they needed, with 21 scholarships to their name out of a year group of 31. Boys, many of you have been in the school for 10 years, and it has been a massive part of your life. We are all proud of what you have achieved, and of the mark you have left on our school, and the confidence you will take from us onto the next stage. So I'm going to ask all of Year 8 to stand, please. You are allowed to smile as well. And let's appreciate their achievements, and let's all give them a round of applause, please. And sit. I'm also incredibly proud of our younger boys in Year 6, many of whom have achieved impressive passes to Merchant Taylors, to Habs, and other local schools, with 24 passes to Merchant Taylors for 2023 and 9 passes to Habs, amongst other schools. To be tested in this way at 10 or 11 is a big deal, and I praise all those boys who took these examinations. Balancing the pressure of examinations and hard work, revision and yet more practice papers is a difficult job, And when you add a lockdown at the time of most of this, boys, their parents, and their teachers should be commended on the incredibly positive outcomes. But it's not all about examinations, as I referred to earlier. Our boys impress our senior schools because they are lively, they are curious, and they can think for themselves. This is what schools are looking for, and what we have as a school to achieve together. Simply working hard on maths and English, simply being tutored to pass examinations is not enough. There simply has to be more. So at this point, I want to thank and pay tribute to the amazing staff of the school on what they've done for us over the last year and a bit. And by staff, I mean all of them, whatever their role, for the contribution they have made to every aspect of what we do in school, as they really do go that extra mile. Boys, I'd like you to show your appreciation of all the staff in the usual way. Yesterday, we paid tribute to the members of staff leaving the pre-prep, and I repeat our thanks to Mrs. Jackson, Mrs. Uzel, Mrs. Davies, Mr. Toro, Mrs. Kashif, for all that they have done for our youngest boys. Further up the school, we say thank you to Mr. Belrose, who has been working in the junior school this year and is headed for Cambridge to study classics in this autumn. We congratulate Mrs. Linane on her new post as Head of Maths at Maltman's Green School, and thank her for all that she has done in the Maths department in her 3 years with us. We extend our thanks to Mrs. Neal for her work in the medical centre and for being such a patient and caring first aider, as she is to retire after 7 years in post. In the music department, we shall be sorry to see the departure of Mr. John Francis. He has been patiently teaching woodwind to our boys over an incredible 34 years and will be hugely missed. A consummate musician, he's inspired countless boys with a love of music. And finally, I would like to pay tribute to Ms. Flynn, who was our Head of English and Head of PR. Over the last 17 years, Linda has built a department to be proud of. And her unfalteringly high standards have meant that so many boys have achieved such strong results in examinations, but also in many different competitions. We thank her for all that she has done, including coaching tour guides for open days, and wish her well, as she's now able to devote more time to her writing and editing, and I suspect her canine friends too. So we reflect on a difficult but successful year. We look forward to a return to school in September and a return to a greater sense of normality. New pupils and new staff will join us, and the school will carry on moving forward. Next year, we will mark our 100th birthday, and we intend to do this in style. The date of the anniversary ball is set, and in a year's time, we hope not to have to be virtually together on this occasion, but physically so, in a large marquee where all can attend and all can take part. We have missed parents being on site to share in what we do. We've missed the activities of FOSM, which we hope will be reborn in the autumn. We have missed concerts, productions, parents attending sports days, matches, and the list goes on. We have recreated what we can this year, and I would commend all the staff who have spent hours being involved in elaborate video productions so that you can continue to share in your son's achievements. But of course, it's not the same as actually being there. Our work in school is a partnership, and we value that support from parents, as it is central to the way that we work. I would like to thank all the parents who have been so supportive and encouraging this year, as we've tried so hard to navigate through incredibly choppy waters. There are other groups of people I need to thank at this point. Firstly, I'd like to thank the team at Shock Audiovisual, who have been so helpful and skilled in streaming this event to all of you. A special mention to the gentleman over there, Mr. John Fiber, who has made all of this happen. And of course just happens to be an ex-St. Martin's pupil. Many thanks to all of you. The Striped Ties have been a truly impressive group of young men in discharging their responsibilities, where they've been able to, as the bubble system has made this difficult at times. Thank you, boys, and especially to an outstanding head boy and deputy, as you've borne witness to in their speech today. To the admin team in the school office for the support they have given me in ensuring the school runs smoothly from day to day. To our musicians who have continued to teach over 180 individual music lessons each week under the guidance of the ever-enthusiastic and talented Mr. Fussy. To all our catering, estates, finance, IT and cleaning teams for all that they do every single day for all of us. To the management and leadership teams in supporting me in the running and the direction of the school. To the school governors, under the watchful eye of their chairman, Mr. Harris, for their vocal and proactive support of everything that we do. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, to you, the boys themselves, for their cheerful and friendly natures, for their big and ready smiles, for their resilience, for they really do make the school what it is. I finish now, hooray, you may think, back where I started, with childhood. I'm going to read a well-known poem about childhood. It's often repeated and altered, but I think it's good nonetheless. I apologise if you've heard it before. If not, then I really think it says it all. So here we go. I am hereby officially tendering my resignation as an adult. I've decided I would like to accept the responsibilities of an 8-year-old again. I want to go to McDonald's and think that it's a 4-star restaurant. I want to sail sticks across a fresh mud puddle and make a pavement with rocks. I want to think M&Ms are better than money because you can eat them. I want to lie under a big oak tree and run a lemonade stall with my friends on a hot summer's day. I want to return to a time when life was simple, when all you knew were colours, multiplication tables, and nursery rhymes. But that didn't bother you because you didn't know what you didn't know, and you didn't care. All you knew was to be happy because you were so blissfully unaware of all the things that could make you worried or upset. I want to think that the world is fair, that everyone is honest and good. I want to believe that everything is possible. I want to be oblivious to the complexities of life and be overly excited by the little things. I want to live simple again. I don't want my day to consist of computer crashes, mountains of paperwork, depressing news, how to survive more days in the month than there is money in the bank, bills, gossip, illnesses, and the loss of loved ones. Instead, I want to believe in the power of smiles, hugs, a kind word, truth, justice, peace, dreams, the imagination, mankind, and making snow angels. So, here's my checkbook and my car keys, my credit card bills and my mortgage statements. I'm officially resigning from adulthood. And if you want to discuss this further, you'll have to catch me first because, tag, you're it. Thank you. We now move on to another musical item, and I'm going to invite the chamber choir to stand up and to join us on stage. We have not been able to sing as a school, come down boys, in assembly. It's been severely curtailed. But the time we've been in school, we've been able to keep our bubbles and keep our social distancing within chamber choir. And for me, that's been a tremendous blessing. And these boys work so hard in learning the songs that we sing. And I think they quite enjoy it too. I certainly do. We're going to sing a mix of 3 songs, 3 spirituals.
and the walls came tumbling down, and the walls came tumbling down.
Now we get to the bit that many of the boys have been waiting for with bated breath, the award of the prizes. Now the boys know exactly what to do. They have been coached and rehearsed exactly where they should stand, exactly what they should do, and I'm anticipating no mistakes at all, boys. No pressure. I think the pressure might be on me to get absolutely everything right. So I'm just getting everything in order. I'm going to ask Mrs. Murray to move to her position. And then I'm going to ask our chairman, Mr. Harris, to present the prizes. Now the prizes will come down in groups, and the boys, you all know when we're going to applaud. We're doing it differently this year, in that none of the boys know they're going to get an award. And they will receive a description of why they've got that award, which is not only read out when they receive it, but also it's on a bookmark inside their book. We're going to start with the 2 awards for each form from year 3 to year 7. And for each class, there will be an academic prize and a form prize. Now, the academic prize goes to the boy that academically has achieved at the highest level, maybe in examinations, maybe in tests, but the essential is that they have an academic attitude, the right attitude towards learning. And the form prize is for progress and contribution to the class, for characters, for making that difference for their teacher and for their form mates. Year 3 and 4 are going to take a little bit longer to arrive because they are in the foyer. So I'm going to read all the year 3 names because they don't know that they're getting prizes. And we will then wait till they arrive at the top, and then they will come down in 2s for each of the classes. So in year 3, our 6 prize winners are Ben Hanuan, Ishan Vyas, Krishna Sukindran, Chandres Patel, Kian Patel, and Adi Patel. So we're going to have to wait just a little while, and those boys should very, very quickly appear at the top of the stairs. I hope. This is what's called an expectant silence. And if the live link is working, we should have 6 fairly excited boys coming down the stairs very, very shortly. As I say, they will come down in pairs, and they'll come down as I read the reasons for them getting their awards. I can see some movement. As we know, it's a long journey from the foyer. Perhaps their sat-nav has crashed. Okay. And for 3 academic prize for 3 FR is awarded to Ben for his positive outlook, enthusiasm, and dedicated commitment. He's always endeavouring to achieve excellent results. Very well done to him. And the form prize for 3 FR goes to Ishan. Boys, you need to come down together next time. Awarded to Ishan for his consistent effort, creativity, and quiet dedication to his studies. Very well done to both of those boys. Just wait till they get in position, then we'll give them a big round of applause. The academic prize for 3SW, awarded to Krishna for always striving to achieve great results and for being an incredibly hard-working and conscientious pupil. And the form prize for 3SW is awarded to Chandresh for his sheer determination to succeed and for being an incredibly polite and respectful pupil. Let's give them a round of applause. And the academic prize for 3TL, awarded to Cian for his consistent efforts and achievements across the curriculum throughout the whole year. And the form prize for 3TL goes to R.D. Patel, and it's awarded to him for his commendable work ethic in all lessons and his willingness to help at every opportunity. Well done, boys. And Year 4 boys, Vian Vasani, Suleiman Siddiqui, Roshan Patel, Rian Patel, Vian Patel, and Manav Jasani. So again, we'll just have a little pause. Don't need to clap them yet because they're not here to hear you. These descriptions have all been written by the staff that have made the awards. And also the staff have chosen a book for the boys all the way through the school for all the prizes that reflects the boys' interests and enthusiasms. Doesn't it seem a long time when you're standing or sitting here in silence for them to arrive? Here we go. So 4CC. The academic prize awarded to Vian, do start moving down, boys, for excellent across all areas of the curriculum, an infectious passion for learning, and his ability to always give of his best while maintaining a considerate and caring attitude towards others. And the form prize for 4CC is awarded to Suleiman for his determined and positive approach to learning. Suleiman has demonstrated a kind, caring and supportive nature which has significantly contributed to a warm and nurturing environment throughout the class. Well done to both of those boys. The academic prize for 4SF goes to Roshan Patel, and awarded to Roshan for always having a great attitude towards learning and approaching all tasks with determination and enthusiasm. And the form prize to Rian for always being kind, considerate and responsible, a member of the form. We have loved your film reviews, Rian. Well done, boys. Come on, boys. The award to Vian Patel for the academic prize in 4SW is awarded to him for super exam results and consistently producing work of an excellent standard, content and quality. And he's a real pleasure to teach. And the award for form prize goes to Manav for his enthusiasm in class and for showing kindness and care for others. It's not gone unnoticed. Well done, boys. Now Year 5, you need to wake up and listen, and we're starting with 5AP, and you are coming down in twos. So the academic prize for 5AP goes to Advay Bhatia, and the form prize goes to Milan Mistry. And the prize to Advay, as Albert Einstein once said, we have to do the best we can. This is our sacred human responsibility. Well done, Advay, on always doing your best. Your hard work this year has truly paid off. And to Milan, they say that kindness is a gift that everyone can afford to give. Thank you for bringing your kindness, humour and curiosity to class every day. Well done, boys. And the academic prize for 5BK goes to Dash Sumeria, and the form prize goes to Zayan ul Haq. And for Dash, keep practicing your drawing, Dash. I've enjoyed the many interesting and funny sketches you have produced this year, smiley face. This recognises your superb set of results in the end-of-year exams, topping off an excellent year in which you have excelled not just in the classroom, but on the sports field in the music hall. Top marks, Dash. And to Zayan, the Form Prize is awarded to you for the uniqueness of your contribution to the life of 5BK from September 2020 to July 2021. Your artwork has been one of the most abiding memories of this strange year. Whatever your future holds, I hope that art will hold a special significance for you. Aside from that, you have a great sense of humour and unfathomable depths of patience. On behalf of 5BK, thank you. Let's give those boys a round of applause. The Academic Prize for 5MR, Aaron Popat, and the Form Prize, Mir Shah. Aaron, this quiet, humble student, has worked with great determination through the year to achieve an impressive set of results. And to Mir, this thoughtful young man has tirelessly helped others in class. He's known for his politeness and respectful manner. His organisational skills and caring nature means he's always first to collect and hand out books and other things to others. Well done, boys. The Academic Prize in 6JF goes to Issa Saluja, and the Form Prize in 6JF goes to Aaron Rajajirai. The Academic Prize is awarded to Issa for his hard work, determination and resilience in achieving consistently good academic results. Very well done. And to Aaron for his maturity, diplomacy and mastery of the mute all button, particularly on Zoom calls, and for being such a brilliant co-presenter in afternoon registrations during form time, when the Wi-Fi sometimes had a mind of its own. Well done, boys. And for 60W, the award goes to Ranveer Sharma, and the Form Prize for 60W goes to Adam Duji. Now for Ranveer, a conscientious young man who has worked diligently in all subjects this year and is a deserved recipient of this award. And for Adam, an active member of the Form and a really caring classmate, Adam has embodied the St Martin's ethos this year. Very well done. And the Academic Prize for 6TS goes to Xavier Ward, and the Form Prize goes to Amar Karawali. To Xavier for being excellent across all subjects. He's consistently put 100% into his studies and has a passion for learning. Well done, Xavier. You have much to be proud of this academic year. And for Amar, is awarded to him for being a ray of sunshine and a consistently kind soul. He brightens the classroom 3 times a day, and he's always happy to be a helping hand to anyone that needs it. Well done, boys. (7EW) Academic Prize Uday Dhillon and Form Prize Kieran Key. The award going to Uday, who's worked extremely hard to reach personal goals and targets. Targets that have required commitment, perseverance and personal belief. He was chosen because he achieved success this year with humility and grace, just quietly focusing on the action required to achieve the results. And Kieran, for being quietly a thoughtful, dependable and talented young man. Kieran is a curious, caring and well-liked member of the school, and we wish him every success in Year 8. Well done, boys. And the Academic Prize for 7OB, this goes to Hussein Morali, and the Form Prize goes to Ben Sorrell. Now, the Academic Prize is awarded to Hussein for achieving high results in the recent exams and throughout the year. Hussein shows a determination to push himself at every opportunity. And for Ben, this award goes for his perseverance, commitment and effort. We've enjoyed his liveliness, sense of humour and impromptu saxophone sessions. Well done. Now we move on to the subject prizes and the awards for contribution to school life. And these happen slightly differently, in that you will hear the description of why the person has won the award, and then you'll hear the name. So Year 8 in particular, you need to listen really carefully. Perhaps be guessing who it might be, and then make sure that we have really good applause when you actually hear the name. You can clap at that point. So the Yule Cup for English, there was strong competition for the English Cup. In a class full of talented boys, this pupil demonstrated a perceptive, evaluative understanding of literature and produced some outstanding creative writing. He's also enjoyed success in the spoken word competition in the past. Well done, Tazir Sharif. And the JIC Cup for Maths, a dedicated maths student who has shown an impressive knowledge this year. Throughout a difficult time, he remained determined to achieve his maths goals and succeeded with flying colours. His enthusiasm creates a competitive atmosphere in maths lessons that makes our classroom environment enjoyable. The JIC Math Cups goes to Arav Shah. The Mendelssohn Cup for French. I always think the Mendelssohn Cup should really be for music. This studious young man has always shown a natural ability and flair for languages and is particularly skilled in understanding the grammar and structure of French. I'm really hopeful that he will take languages to a high level in the future. Very well done, Benjamin Kustrin. The Kynor Clark Cup for Latin. This award goes to a young man who has a real aptitude for the subject. He's worked hard with enthusiasm and determination throughout and is the deserving winner of this award. The award goes to Advaith Kandala. The Michael Cup for Science. For consistent commitment and progress this year in furthering his scientific knowledge and for his positive attitude at all times, the award goes to Arav Shah. The Edwards Cup for Geography. This award goes to a young man who has a fantastic global knowledge. He's able to locate many countries across various continents and always has an interesting fact about each country too. The deserving winner of the Geography Prize is Ishan Patel. The Herman Cup for History. This award goes to a pupil who has a real thirst for historical knowledge and an analytical ability to relate cause to effect. With a particular interest in the history of film, the deserving winner of the History Prize is Laksh Verma. The Quayle Award for Religious Studies. The more you read, the more things you'll know. The more you learn, the more places you'll go. Dr. Zeus. Someone who's certainly going places is Tazir Sharif. We're just watching carefully because we have some lovely new glass awards. And boys, if you receive one of those, please be careful. The Shires Cup for Art. This able and hard-working student enjoys spending time in the art room, always keen to explore new techniques with great enthusiasm and passion. The award goes to Zachary Ward. The Design and Technology Cup. The DT prize goes to an enthusiastic young man who's produced both a high quality and a high volume of work throughout his time in the department. All the while he's pursued his own extracurricular interest with a passion, from making a fully working arcade game in a suitcase to a gun that fires marshmallows. He's set an excellent example to the younger students and has done all he can help staff with the delivery of the subject across the school. The DT Cup goes to, come on boys, Jay Patel. The Computing Cup. In the future, the world will need people who see solutions to problems where others do not, and who have the skills and persistence to put those solutions into practice, especially in our increasingly digital world. This young man is one of those people with a terrific aptitude for computer science and computational thinking. He's a worthy winner of the Computing Cup. Well done, Benjamin Kustrin. Short Story Award. The winner of this award wrote some sparky articles for the newspaper and displayed a talent for short story writing. Congratulations to Jessie Brindra. Now we move on to another junior award, which means there may be a little bit of an intermission. And it goes to the Junior Music Cup, goes to Vian Vasani. So just wait. Sorry, don't need to clap yet because he's not here yet. I resist the temptation. Well, I'm not going to look at my watch. Now, the Junior School Music Award goes to a boy who's impressed me with the progress he's made both on the violin and in the classroom. Since joining the senior chamber group, he has made huge improvements to his performance levels, particularly in his sight reading. He's remained committed to the music department throughout the year and has an outstanding attitude to everything he does. This award deservedly goes to Vian. Well done. The Middles Cup for music. Shorter journey on this one. This award goes to an extremely talented young man who's made vast progress on the 3 instruments that he plays. He's shown an outstanding level of commitment to the music department and performed at a consistently high level throughout this year, achieving grade 5 violin, grade 5 piano, grade 5 theory, and grade 4 singing. This award goes to the extremely talented Etienne Fachada. The Stanley Cup for music in the seniors. This award goes to a boy who has a passion for music and shown an outstanding level of commitment to all of the music groups he's been part of during his time at St Martin's. This boy is a fine cellist and a self-taught electric bass player. The award goes to Karan Shah. And the Sheikh Cup for sports, again this is for the juniors, goes to Rohan Gohil. We'll just wait for Rohan to join us. We won't have this next year when we win the marquee. Everybody will be there in front of us. I want to make sure he's in the room to hear the description. Here he comes, the door is opened. He's quick on his feet and quick to learn. Wait a minute. Quick on his feet and quick to learn. This boy has already demonstrated his ability to listen and practice what he is taught. His no fear attitude has set him above the rest this year. Well done, Rohan Gohil. Patel Cup for sports, middles. Eat, sleep, play sport, and then repeat. His enthusiasm for sport has been clearly evident this year. Whilst competitive matches have been few and far between, his desire to learn, practice and improve has set him above his peers. Well done, Roshan Lakhani. The Patterson Cup for sports and the seniors. Right from an early age, it was clear how talented this boy was. His ability to assess a game, learn and practice has always set him above the rest. His love is for football, and it is his work ethic and humility that will stand him the best chance to achieve his dream. The dream is now closer to being realised, as he's been awarded a contract by Fulham Football Club. A huge achievement. Congratulations. The award goes to, shout it out. Marcel. Come on, Marcel. Now, the only bits of these proceedings where the boys know who they are to recognise our St Martin's scholars. And they will receive their certificate and also a distinctive blue and gold badge which they can wear with pride over their time in year 7 and 8. And they've been chosen for their particular commitment to 4 subject areas. So I'm going to read all their names out and they're going to come out. For art, we have Lucian and Xavier. For DT, Amar and Aaron. For music, Daniel and Kobe. And for sport, Adam and Roshan. Let's wait till they're all in the line before we give them a round of applause. So if you go along the black line, Lucian, we'll start a line. Yes, don't get out of order. Everything goes wrong if you get out of order. We're looking forward, boys, to you shining a light with all your subjects that you represent next year and providing that lead and help to the staff in the relevant departments. Well done. Let's give them a round of applause. Now we move on to the awards for contributions to school life. And first of all, we have the Coffer Cup for Improvement. This award goes to a pupil who has made much improvement within his studies over the year in order to achieve a place at his chosen school. He's taken on board advice given to him by his teachers and put this into practice with his written work. He made some amazing contributions to the Pulse newspaper where he displayed visual and technical flair. This award goes to Matthew Lee. The Wilmot Cup for Progress, this award goes to a boy that's made huge strides forward throughout the academic year. Despite following a slightly different examination path, there's a clue for you, Year 8, and having exams well beyond the rest of the boys, he's remained focused and resolute. He's worked with tenacity and determination to achieve his goal and come away with an excellent set of results. Shout it out for me. The Progress Reward is awarded to... Come on, Jeffrey. Come on down. And the Newcomb Cup for effort, this young man has stayed focused throughout the year in order to achieve places in more than one school. His efforts were recognised through the award of an academic scholarship at Haberdashers' School. The Newcomb Cup for effort goes to Nathan Fernandez. The Paul Cup for effort. This award goes to a pupil who has put in much effort into his work in order to do his best at the entrance examinations. He stayed focused, although he had to continue studying after many of his classmates had already achieved their places. The Paul Cup goes to Telvin Belendra. The Sullivan Cup for effort. This cup goes to a boy who's put in so much effort into his studies over the last year. He's worked hard in his subject in order to gain entrance to his chosen school, taking on board the advice of his teachers in order to achieve a high standard in all he does. The Sullivan Cup is awarded to Raman Mandar. The Peters Cup for initiative. This award goes to a boy who is resourceful, determined, and once he sets his mind to something, sees it through to the end. This boy has given up his own time to support younger boys in their school art club. He's also very good at getting money out of the headmaster for his particular project in DT. This award goes to Prahil Shah. The Booth Courtesy Cup. And actually this is going to 2 boys this year, so they can both come up. The first is a well-behaved boy who's polite to all staff, listens and contributes thoughtfully to teachers in class, and is always kind and understanding to others. This award goes to Niyam Shah, as does this boy who always steps forward to help people, both boys and staff alike. His kind and gentle nature is felt in the way that he deals with everyone he meets. And the award is also shared by Pavan Rupasinghe. You've got to share the cup. Well done, boys. The Egan Cup for sportsmanship. Resilience, collaboration and empathy. 3 smart qualities that describe this boy. The desire to do his best no matter what, the ability to work with and help others, to accept the results knowing he's done his best. Never change. This award goes to Munsif Kasamali. The Dempster Prize for Perseverance in the seniors. There is a Japanese proverb, Nanakorobi ya oki, which means fall down 7 times, stand up 8. The Dempster Prize for Perseverance is awarded to the person who's never given up and who's always strived to achieve that little bit more. Well done, Zachary Ward. Grant Cup for Citizenship in the seniors. This St Martin's pupil has always taken part in the life of the school community with a strong sense of duty and support of his fellow pupils. He has been dependable and approachable in all circumstances and has worked hard with a smile, setting a superb example to the younger boys. This award goes to Jay Patel. The Hollander Cup for Achievement in the middle school. This prize goes to a boy who has shown high academic achievement throughout the school year. He has shown a huge amount of commitment, focus and effort to achieve his all, including one of the top marks during the MTS examinations and ranking first in the Year 6 summer exams. The Hollander Prize for Achievement goes to Lucian Ho. The Hodgson Prize for Kindness in the middle school. This prize goes to a boy who continually thinks about others before himself. He regularly looks out for his peers and supports them in all that they do. He is polite, kind and well-mannered, as well as just being a top lad. The Hodgson Prize for Kindness goes to Xavier Wood. the K Cup for achievements in the seniors. This young man has ensured that he put much effort into his pursuit of a place at his senior school. He focused on the task in hand, took advice from his teachers, and this helped him to do his best when he sat the entrance exams. The K Cup for effort goes to Anahad Batnagar. The Blowfield Cup for all-round contribution to school life. The winner of the award is just that, an all-rounder. He's an academic achiever, he's a committed sportsman, he's an energetic tour guide, he's a professional school prefect and a hard-working patrol captain. If all the smart qualities were just one boy, then he would be that boy. His cheery disposition has the ability to brighten up anyone's day, and I know personally that he's very easy to make laugh. The award goes to Munsif Kasamali. And the Lumsden Cup for Deputy Head Boy is always traditionally awarded to the Deputy Head Boy, with thanks for all the work that he's done this year, goes to Zachary Ward, and likewise the Allen Cup for Head Boy goes to Jay Patel. Zachary first. Now, patrol captains, you need to listen out, because these aren't individual awards. We're first of all going to do the Wallaby Inter-Patrol Sports Cup, and I expect to hear enthusiastic applause, even a cheer if you like, for the patrol that won it, which is Nelson. That's quite a big cup. And finally, with these awards, the overall Inter-Patrol Cup. Little drum roll. Goes to Scott. Okay. It's time, I think, Year 7 should be sitting on the edge of their seats. And I'm going to thank Mr. Harris at this point for awarding the prizes and for his support of the school. Mr. Harris, thank you very much indeed. Over the last few days, and we've been thinking about it for a number of weeks, we've been looking at the potential of our Year 7s, who are a lovely year group. Not the biggest year group in number, but some super boys. So we're looking at quality, perhaps, not quantity. We've been looking at the skills and the values that might inform a decision for a deputy head boy and a head boy, and some thoughts also about patrol captains. But today, it's about the two heads of school. We've talked to Year 7 already about the process. They've had to apply for these positions. They've had to be interviewed. The staff have voted. Their peers have voted. And what they didn't perhaps realise is that in yesterday's leadership day, you were being observed for those qualities of leadership. It's also worth mentioning at this point, because there can only be two heads of school, that there are other roles, our patrol captains and other prefects. We're not going to call them striped ties anymore because all of you wear striped ties. And the new striped ties for the striped ties are not striped. Therefore, we're not going to call you striped ties, they're going to be called prefects. That there are other roles. We were looking to have up to 8 non-striped ties. So please, as we talked about, I'm hoping that Obviously, the people that achieve these awards are going to be really pleased. But those who don't are going to be pleased for their friends. Thank you, Year 8. Can we stop talking, please? Can be pleased for their friends and support them in what is a tricky job coming up. Now, you'll be glad to know I'm not going to announce these. I'm going to ask Jay and Zachary. They're going to open the golden envelopes. They're going to hand over their piece of paper, the piece of card, as a certificate to the new head boy or deputy head boy. Then all 4 boys are going to stand on that line and we will recognise their achievements. Come on, Jay and Zachary, quickly. We're going to start with the role of deputy head boy. So Zachary, in a big voice, it'll be over to you. Be gentle with the envelope. It doesn't need tearing apart.
The new deputy head boy is Rio Adofin.
And the head boy for the academic year 2021 to 2022 is Avi Patel.
Well done, boys. Look forward to working to our new head and deputy, and I also look forward to announcing our patrol captains in September. Do go and sit down. The chamber choir are going to sing again, and they're going to sing a tune, a song that's become a bit of an anthem this year. It's something that we sang in this hall in the middle of March 2020. And in fact, it's one of the last things that was sung before we went. We have had an incredible year and a bit. We've had sad things and happy things. And I want to mention at this point an inspiring young man who we lost from our community on the 1st of January 2021. For those of us who know and remember Amar, his family, his brothers, Mikhail and Hassan, who have started their new life in Dubai, I just want to suspend just a few seconds remembering them. It's very unusual for us to have to stop and remember somebody who's left our community in that way. The words of the song are particularly evocative. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. And when we're in the darkest times of lockdown and the fear that was engendered through the infections and the rates that you saw, you might have thought, someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up when the clouds are far behind me, when troubles melt like lemon drops, away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Chamber choir, would you like to come down, please?
clouds are far behind me. My troubles sometimes melt away on the treetops. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow, why then oh why can't I? Sing happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow. Why oh why can't I?
Boys and girls, mums and dads at home, year 3 and 4 in the foyer, we've come to the end of a long but significant occasion. Thank you to all of you that make the school what it is. Thank you for the teachers, the staff that have particularly worked towards this event. Thank you to all the parents. Thank you for everybody that makes our school the school that it is. No better place to be. I'm going to ask Jay to do his final duty from where he's sitting, and which is going to give his final instruction, which is...
Can the school please stand?
Thank you. Please be seated. Just interfere with you if we stay out of break. Okay, we did overrun, so we're going to be giving you an extended break for 30 minutes. That will take you through to 11:10. So then lesson 3 will end at 11:40. Lesson 4, sorry, 12:15. Break will end. 12:15 will be the changeover of lessons. So you have 2 shortened lesson 3s and 4s, but a longer break to celebrate the fact that you sat so brilliantly